In the expansive command deck of the Goliath, an Imperial Explorer-class starship, the mood was electric with anticipation. The year was 2540, and the Galactic Empire's exploratory arm had ventured deeper into the uncharted regions of the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy than any had dared before. Captain Alara Miles stood before the holographic display of a small, vibrant planet. Rich blue oceans, sprawling green lands, and swirling white clouds highlighted its beauty. This was Earth, a planet that had managed to escape the Empire's notice in their millennia of conquest and colonization. "Enhance the North Polar orbit," Captain Miles commanded, her voice echoing slightly in the high-ceilinged room. As the image zoomed in, an array of ancient runes appeared, floating mysteriously in space. They circled the planet in a slow, solemn dance. The runes were a stark contrast to the bustling technology of the Goliath, etched in a script that shimmered with an ethereal glow, spelling out a decree in the old galactic tongue. "Translate," Miles ordered. A wiry linguist stepped forward, adjusting his glasses as he read aloud. "By the authority of the Galactic Council, under Decree 478b, this planet is declared quarantined. The experiment of evolution and diversity shall not be disturbed, upon pain of total annihilation." The crew was silent, each member processing the gravity of what they had discovered. Earth was off limits, protected by a decree older than some star system's entire recorded history. The implications were monumental. Why would the Council quarantine a whole planet? And what experiment could possibly warrant such a warning? Pondered Lieutenant Caraven, the ship's first officer, breaking the silence. Captain Miles frowned, contemplating the same questions. "We need to access the Imperial archives. This decree isn't just a warning, it's a directive from the time of the Council's inception," she noted, a hint of excitement beneath her measured tone. The Goliath's engines hummed softly as it set a course away from Earth, toward Centauri Prime, the heart of the Galactic Empire and the repository of its most guarded histories. The journey back would take time, but every star they passed brought them closer to uncovering the mysteries of the quarantined Earth. As they traveled, Captain Miles sent a secured message to the Imperial High Command. Her report would alert the Empire's leaders about their discovery, potentially stirring a political storm that could shake the very foundations of their galactic dominion. Earth was a planet veiled in mystery, and its untouched isolation posed more questions than answers. Meanwhile, millions of miles behind them, Earth continued its orbit, its inhabitants oblivious to the celestial edicts that shielded their development. The planet spun silently in the void, a jewel of life protected by ancient forces, holding secrets that the Galactic Empire was only beginning to grasp. The journey back to Centauri Prime was not just a return to the center of power, but a voyage back through time, towards understanding the real significance of Earth in the cosmic tapestry woven by the ancient Galactic Council. The journey back to Centauri Prime was tense and filled with quiet speculation. Captain Alara Miles spent most of her time in the archival room of the Goliath, surrounded by ancient texts and digital records, preparing herself for the moment they would access the grand libraries of the Empire. The enigma of Earth's quarantine gnawed at her, as did the fear of potential repercussions for even approaching the quarantined planet. Upon arrival at Centauri Prime, the capital planet of the Galactic Empire and a hub of interstellar administration and culture, the crew of the Goliath was immediately summoned to the Imperial Senate. The Senate was a colossal structure, its spires reaching into the clouds, adorned with the banners of 1,000 worlds. In the Grand Assembly Hall, Captain Miles presented the findings from their mission. The holographic runes of Decree 478b rotated slowly above the Senate floor as she spoke, casting an eerie glow on the faces of the Empire's most powerful figures. "Esteemed members of the Senate," Captain Miles began, "our mission has uncovered that Earth, under the protection of Decree 478b, is to be left undisturbed, designated as a sanctuary for what the decree terms the experiment of evolution and diversity. This decree, sanctioned by the ancient Galactic Council, predates our current empire and holds a severity we cannot ignore." The Senate murmured with unease. Such a decree suggested that Earth played a role far greater and more mysterious than another colonial asset. It was a protected seedbed of life, chosen by forgotten precursors. Chancellor Vurok, a sagely figure who had guided the Senate for decades, raised his hand for silence. This decree was placed during the dawn of our Galactic Council, inscribed with warnings of annihilation for interference. It is imperative we understand its full context. Archivist Solan, access the Council archives. Detail everything related to this decree. Archivist Solan, a member of an ancient order dedicated to maintaining the historical records of the galaxy, bowed and activated the archive's central console. Lights flickered as ancient drives whirred to life, projecting texts and images that dated back thousands of years. The decree, 478B, Solan narrated, was enacted in response to early Council encounters with burgeoning civilizations that were prematurely contacted or exploited, leading to catastrophic declines or extinctions. Earth, with its rich biodiversity and nascent intelligent life, was marked as an experiment in natural, societal, and biological evolution. To see whether a civilization could reach its zenith without external influence, finished Senator Liara Tassoni, a renowned xenobiologist among the senators. It seems the Council wanted to preserve Earth as a control variable, untouched by the hands of more advanced civilizations, including us. The implications were profound. If Earth was indeed such an experiment, its value was beyond any resource or strategic benefit. It was a living repository of organic development and cultural diversity. Then our course is clear, declared Chancellor Vurok. We must uphold the Decree 478B, not just out of legal obligation, but as a moral imperative. Earth is to remain off limits. Establish a surveillance cordon to ensure no unauthorized approach. And let us also send a covert research team, suggested Senator Tassoni, to observe and document, but not interfere. We must learn what we can from a distance. The Senate agreed, and Captain Miles was tasked with overseeing the establishment of this observational post, hidden on Earth's moon, to monitor the planet discreetly. As the Senate session concluded, Captain Miles felt the weight of her new responsibility. Earth was not just another planet. It was a cosmic sanctuary, a piece of the universal heritage, and now, under her watchful eye, it would continue to evolve in its own undisturbed orbit. The history of the galaxy, it seemed, was written in the stars of Earth's sky, guarded by the legacy of a long-forgotten promise made by the ancient Galactic Council. Captain Ilara Miles stood on the observation deck of the ISS Peregrine, the stealth spacecraft assigned for the Earth surveillance mission. The ship orbited silently around the moon, camouflaged against probes and sensors by the latest cloaking technologies. Below them, Earth hung like a blue and green bauble in the vastness of space, a planet teeming with life and untold stories. Her team consisted of experts in various fields: xenobiologists, cultural anthropologists, linguists, and exomilitary strategists, all hand-picked for their expertise and their ability to operate under the strictest confidentiality. The mission was clear: observe and learn from Earth, ensuring zero contact or interference. Initial reports are coming in, Captain, Lieutenant Jax Arlen, the mission's second-in-command, reported. He handed her a datapad glowing with images and readings from their early surveillance. The biodiversity we're seeing is unlike anything in the Empire's cataloged planets. Thousands of distinct life forms within a single ecosystem. And the humans? Captain Miles inquired, her focus narrowing. Technologically primitive compared to galactic standards, but culturally complex. They've split their planet into over 200 sovereign entities they call countries, each with its own set of norms and leadership, Jax explained, scrolling through images of bustling cities, remote villages, and everything in between. Show me the cultural compilation, she commanded. The screen shifted to display a montage of Earth's art, music, paintings, films, and books, a cacophony of creativity and expression. Another screen played snippets of speeches, protests, festivals, and wars. Earth was a planet alive with conflict and passion, love and fear, chaos and order. Dr. Lila Feng, the team's chief anthropologist, joined the conversation. Their societal structures are as varied as their environments, Captain, from democracies to dictatorships, technocracies to theocracies. And their religions, hundreds of them, each providing a unique lens through which they view their world and the cosmos. The captain absorbed the information, a plan forming in her mind. We need to understand their communication systems, tap into their broadcasts, and learn their languages fluently. If we are to observe accurately, we must comprehend not just what they do, but why they do it. Over the following weeks, the Peregrine's crew painstakingly cataloged Earth's natural and human phenomena. Using drones that could hover undetected in Earth's stratosphere, they captured detailed footage and data, taking care not to disturb the natural progression below. One day, a breakthrough came. The linguistics team had managed to intercept and decode internet transmissions, tapping into a vast reservoir of human knowledge and digital communication. This allowed them to accelerate their understanding of human languages and cultures exponentially. We have access to their internet, a global network of computers that store vast amounts of information. It's how humans share knowledge, messily but effectively, reported Tara Bloom, the team's tech specialist. With these new insights, the team watched historical events, streamed live broadcasts, and read countless texts that offered perspectives from every corner of human society. They observed elections in democracies, uprisings in oppressed states, and debates over global crises. Captain Miles reviewed a live feed of a summit on climate change, a critical issue where nations were attempting to cooperate to avert global disaster. They're on the brink of self-destruction, yet they're also striving for unity, she reflected aloud. It's chaotic, hopeful, and deeply human. The mission stretched on, each day providing deeper understanding and greater appreciation for the complexity of human civilization. Earth was not just a planet, it was a living, breathing entity, with a pulse that throbbed with the lives of billions of humans, each unaware of the silent watchers above, chronicling their existence as part of a galactic experiment in evolution and diversity. As the Peregrine's archives grew, so did the crew's respect for Earth's inhabitants. Captain Miles knew that despite their mission's observational nature, what they learned about humanity's resilience and creativity would leave a lasting impact on all who heard the story of Earth, a quarantined world flourishing in the seclusion of an ancient decree. Months into the surveillance mission, the breadth of Earth's cultural and technological tapestry continued to astonish the crew of the ISS Peregrine. The complexity of human interactions, their relentless pursuit of progress, and their profound artistic expressions painted a picture of a deeply interconnected species. However, back on Centauri Prime and throughout the Galactic Empire, the revelation of Earth's existence and its protected status sparked curiosity and a variety of political tensions. Assembly of the Envoy Chancellor Varrock, sensing the need to manage the situation delicately, called for the formation of a diplomatic envoy. This group would not only oversee the operations on the Peregrine, but also lay the groundwork for a potential, albeit strictly regulated, cultural exchange program, should it ever become permissible under galactic law. The envoy was to be composed of esteemed leaders and scholars from diverse planetary backgrounds within the Empire. Their first task was to establish an observational outpost on Earth's moon, which would serve as a base for the Peregrine's crew to rotate back to civilization and as a secure location to monitor any attempts at unauthorized contact with Earth. The Moonbase Initiative. Captain Miles was recalled from the Peregrine to lead the construction of the moonbase named Tranquility Station. The station was designed to be entirely self-sufficient, equipped with state-of-the-art life support systems, research labs, and communication arrays capable of interstellar transmission without detection from Earth. The construction began under the utmost secrecy. The base's modules were manufactured to emit minimal radiation and no visible light, blending perfectly with the lunar surface. Robotic constructors, alongside a small team of engineers and scientists, worked tirelessly to assemble Tranquility Station within a crater that shielded it from Earth's prying eyes. Challenges arise. However, not long into the construction, a distress signal beeped urgently through the command center at Tranquility Station. A cargo ship carrying vital life support systems had gone missing. Sabotage was suspected, and Captain Miles feared that a faction within the Empire, opposed to the non-interventionist approach to Earth, was trying to force a more aggressive stance. A covert recovery mission was launched immediately. Captain Miles, along with a tactical team, traced the missing shipment to a rogue outpost on Deimos, one of Mars's moons. There, they discovered a plot by militaristic radicals who wanted to colonize Earth, believing its resources should benefit the Empire. The standoff. In a tense standoff, Captain Miles negotiated the release of the stolen cargo. She argued the strategic value of adhering to the ancient decree, highlighting the potential for Earth to serve as a beacon of natural evolution, untouched and unspoiled. After hours of negotiation and the threat of reporting their treason to the imperial courts, the radicals reluctantly agreed to return the cargo. Restoration and reflection. With the life support systems recovered, the construction of Tranquility Station was completed swiftly. The incident, however, left a lasting impact on the diplomatic envoy's strategy. It was clear that Earth's existence and the decree protecting it were now common knowledge, igniting various ideological battles within the Empire. The envoy decided to tighten security protocols around Earth and the moon base. They initiated a program to regularly scan and patrol the solar system, preventing any unauthorized ships from approaching. Moving forward. As Captain Miles watched Earth from Tranquility Station's observation deck, she felt a mixture of awe and responsibility. The planet, with all its vibrant chaos and creative potential, was a testament to the wisdom of the ancient Galactic Council. The challenges ahead were daunting, but the promise of Earth's untouched beauty reaffirmed her resolve to protect it. Under her leadership, the outpost would not only serve as a guardian of Earth's solitude, but also as a beacon of peace and contemplation for the Empire. It was a new chapter for the galaxy, one of respect for boundaries, preservation of cultures, and the silent hope that one day the humans of Earth might join the galactic community under their own terms, as equals and not as subjects. Tranquility Station, perched within the sheltered crater on the moon, had become not just a symbol of the Galactic Empire's commitment to observing Earth, but also a beacon of scientific and diplomatic efforts. Under Captain Ilara Miles's supervision, the station functioned flawlessly, collecting invaluable data and providing deep insights into human behavior and Earth's ecological conditions. However, this period of scientific endeavor would soon be overshadowed by political intrigue and danger. A breach of trust. The scandal began with a leaked transmission intercepted by one of the station's communication officers. The transmission contained detailed plans of the station, along with schedules of unmanned supply drops from the Empire, sensitive information that was highly classified and secured. Captain Miles was immediately alerted. The breach not only threatened the security of their operation, but also risked revealing the existence of Tranquility Station to Earth's governments, which could lead to catastrophic diplomatic fallout. Investigation Captain Miles convened her top advisors and security personnel to trace the source of the leak. The initial suspicion fell on a new group of engineers who had recently arrived from the capital as part of the latest rotation. Security footage and communication logs were scrutinized, revealing that one of the engineers, a young prodigy named Dr. Tolan Fine, had been in unauthorized areas shortly before the leak occurred. Confronting Dr. Fine brought to light a network of radicals within the Empire who believed that Earth should be overtaken and integrated by force, its resources harnessed for the Empire's benefit. Dr. Fine, motivated by a misguided nationalist zeal, had been recruited by this faction to sabotage the station's secrecy. The showdown on the moon. With the plot uncovered, Captain Miles could not merely arrest Dr. Fine and consider the matter resolved. She needed to ensure that no further threats remained. She decided to set a trap for the radicals by faking a routine supply transfer that would expose the insurgents. As expected, the insurgents took the bait. A small armed group attempted to intercept the supply pod on the lunar surface, near the southern pole, far from Tranquility Station. Miles and her security team, prepared and waiting, managed to subdue the insurgents in a carefully orchestrated ambush. Political repercussions. The aftermath of the showdown was felt all the way back on Centauri Prime. The Senate convened in an emergency session, with Chancellor Verrock presiding over a heated debate about the future of the Earth observation mission. Arguments flared between maintaining the quarantine and exploiting Earth directly to prevent any future threats from using the planet against the Empire. Chancellor Verrock, understanding the delicate nature of the situation, ruled in favor of continuing the quarantine, reinforcing the need for secrecy and security. He commended Captain Miles for her leadership and foresight, which had prevented a potential interstellar incident. Strengthening the mission. In response to the scandal, the security protocols of Tranquility Station were overhauled. An elite unit of Imperial Guards was stationed permanently at the outpost, and all personnel now underwent rigorous screening and loyalty tests. Captain Miles, reflecting on the events, realized that the mission's challenges were as much political as they were scientific. The moon base, once just a scientific outpost, was now also a fortress guarding against both external and internal threats. With Earth visible in the sky, a constant reminder of their mission's significance, the crew of Tranquility Station settled into a routine punctuated by vigilance. Earth continued to spin, oblivious to the dramas unfolding in its shadow, as the crew above watched and waited, guardians of a planet off-limits to even the mightiest in the galaxy. After the scandal, Tranquility Station emerged not only as a fortified outpost, but also as a testament to the Galactic Empire's resolve to protect Earth's sanctity. Under the renewed leadership of Captain Alara Miles, the station was about to enter a phase of heightened vigilance and expanded scientific inquiry. The Earth Wardens Initiative. In the wake of the recent crisis, Chancellor Verrock and the Imperial Senate launched the Earth Wardens Initiative. This new body was tasked with the comprehensive oversight of Earth's protection measures, combining scientific research, security protocols, and diplomatic strategies to maintain the quarantine effectively. Captain Miles was appointed the first commander of the Earth Wardens, a position that granted her broad authority to safeguard Earth. Her first act was to establish a series of automated monitoring satellites around Earth's orbit, equipped with technology capable of detecting and intercepting any unauthorized spacecraft attempting to breach the quarantine zone. Expanding the mission. With the moon base now secure, Captain Miles focused on deepening the understanding of Earth. The scientific team at Tranquility Station was expanded to include experts in human psychology, sociology, and planetary ecosystems. This multidisciplinary team was tasked with not only observing Earth but also simulating potential future scenarios to better predict and manage any possible crises that might arise from external galactic forces. Dr. Lila Feng, the chief anthropologist, launched a comprehensive study into the social dynamics and cultural evolution of Earth's civilizations. By understanding the factors that drive human conflicts and cooperation, we can better prepare for the day when Earth might seek to join the galactic community, she explained during a team briefing. Technological innovations. To enhance their observational capabilities, the team developed a series of ultra-high-definition spectral imagers which could observe Earth in unprecedented detail from the lunar orbit. These imagers allowed them to study climatic changes, track migratory patterns of wildlife, and even monitor urban development without ever making contact. Moreover, a new communication system was installed to relay information directly back to Centauri Prime, using quantum entanglement, ensuring real-time updates and instant strategic directives from the Senate, which was crucial to maintaining the operational integrity of the Earth Wardens. A closer watch. The tranquility of the mission was periodically punctuated by threats of illegal exploration attempts by adventure seekers and rogue elements within the Empire who aimed to exploit Earth's untapped resources. Each incident was deftly handled by the Earth Wardens, who utilized non-lethal means to disable trespassing vessels and erase their memories of Earth's coordinates, upholding the quarantine without escalating conflict. Captain Miles often found herself at the command center, coordinating these delicate operations. Under her watch, no unauthorized contact with Earth was made, and the secrecy of the outpost was never again compromised. Reflection and guardianship. As years turned into decades, Earth continued to evolve independently. Major geopolitical shifts on Earth were observed with great interest: the fall of empires, the rise of new republics, and significant peace treaties. The Earth Wardens maintained a comprehensive library of Earth's history, preserved for the day when Earth might be ready to be introduced to the galaxy. Captain Miles, now aged and seasoned, reflected on her tenure as she prepared to hand over command to her successor. Our mission has always been to protect and observe, not to interfere. Earth must meet us as equals when the time comes, and until then, we are the silent guardians, the watchful protectors, she mused. Tranquility Station stood as a silent sentinel, a gateway between Earth and the galaxy, ensuring that when the moment of contact did arrive, it would be on terms that respected Earth's sovereignty and the legacy of the Galactic Council's ancient decree. The Earth Wardens continued their vigil, the defenders of a cosmic experiment in evolution and diversity, committed to the peace and isolation that had allowed humanity to flourish in its own unique way. Decades had passed since Captain Ilara Miles first assumed command of the Earth Wardens. Under her vigilant supervision, Earth had remained untouched by external galactic forces, thriving in its natural state. Now, as she prepared to retire, she handed over the reins to Commander Rhea Kale, who promised to uphold the legacy and continue watching over Earth with the same dedication. Legacy of the Earth Wardens. Commander Kale stood at the viewing platform of Tranquility Station, looking towards Earth. The planet, with its swirling clouds and vast oceans, seemed tranquil and serene from the moon's orbit. Below, humans continued their daily lives, unaware of the guardianship provided from above. Record log, Commander Kale began, her voice steady. Earth Wardens Report, Cycle 287. Earth continues to exhibit robust biodiversity and substantial cultural progress. Recent developments include significant advancements in renewable energy sources and a series of peace accords that promise a more stable future for human civilizations. The watchful peace. The mandate of the Earth Wardens had expanded subtly over the years. While they continued to ensure that no extraterrestrial interference disturbed Earth's development, they also started to implement advanced algorithms to predict potential threats from more hostile corners of the galaxy. The outpost had evolved. What was once merely an observational hub had become a sophisticated shield, integrating stealth technology and defensive measures to protect the planet below. The Beacon Project. Under Commander Kale's leadership, the Earth Wardens launched the Beacon Project. This initiative involved the deployment of advanced communication satellites around the galaxy's periphery, which would broadcast a coded signal deterring unauthorized spacecraft from venturing near Earth. The message was clear. Earth was off-limits, protected under the ancient Galactic Decree, 478b, philosophical shifts. The ongoing protection of Earth had spurred philosophical debates across the Galactic Empire. Scholars and ethicists pondered the implications of the Earth Wardens' mission. Was the Empire right to isolate a whole planet, potentially stifling its opportunity to grow through interstellar interaction? Or was this solitude necessary for Earth's uninfluenced evolution, a chance for humanity to find its own path to the stars? These debates often filled the halls and forums on Centauri Prime, influencing policies and the public perception of the Empire's role as a galactic steward. A universal example. As Earth's technology steadily advanced, nearing the threshold of interstellar capability, the Earth Wardens prepared for the eventual day when Earth would discover the broader galaxy. Libraries of information about the galaxy were compiled, ready to be shared when the time was right. Humanity must not feel conquered, but welcomed, Commander Kale noted in her logs. Our first interaction will set the tone for centuries to come. We must ensure it is one of equality and respect. Watching and waiting. Centuries of observation had fostered a profound respect for humanity's resilience and ingenuity among the Earth Wardens. Earth had survived and thrived, its cultural and scientific achievements a testament to human potential. Commander Kale often mused over the day when Earth would join the galactic community. She imagined a grand assembly, similar to the one that had once debated Earth's fate, now welcoming it as a member. She envisioned Earth's diverse leaders and thinkers stepping onto the galactic stage, proud and unyielding, their voices finally joining the cosmic chorus. As the stars wheeled overhead and the Earth continued its orbit, Tranquility Station remained vigilant, a silent guardian over a planet that had become a legend throughout the Empire. The untouched sanctuary, a testament to patience and a reminder of the sacred trust bestowed upon the Earth Wardens. The mission continued, a pledge to protect Earth's solitude and purity, ensuring that while the stars were within reach, Earth would remain a myth, a legend, off limits, but in the care of the entire galaxy.